You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
All right, and welcome back. You are listening to Loudbeard Sports. I am your host, Loudbeard, and with me, as always, is...
DD!
All right, designated driver DD, thank you for coming along on this magical mystery ride of Loudbeard Sports. I appreciate you helping me out because, like each and every week, you are my designated driver, and without you, I would never get home safely.
Nope, you would be stumbling across the street.
Yeah, I probably would be. I definitely would be. So, with that in mind, I do want to say that I had to drink a lot this week because after UCF got ranked 18th again after winning and winning and winning.
I call BS.
I call BS also. I think the football committee is really doing a shitty job at what they're doing. So, to start us out like we do every week, we've got a top 5, and my top 5 is top 5 reasons the college football committee rankings last week sucked. Number 5. You think it's okay to disrespect UCF? You thought Virginia Tech should be ranked higher?
Say what?
Number 4. You think Notre Dame is a top 3 team?
Say what?
Number 3. How many 3-loss teams you got ranked in your top 25 and not a 2-loss Michigan?
Say what?
Number 2. You thought Miami couldn't win a big game, but Georgia could?
Say what?
And number 1. You really didn't think Alabama was the best team in the world?
Say what?
Yeah, those rankings were absolutely awful. I couldn't even stand them. I'm just saying, and I'm hoping that tomorrow night on Tuesday, they come out with a little bit better rankings. It is Monday night. We record each and every Monday night. Shows drop every Tuesday morning. Great for the drive into work, whatever you got going on. Guess what? New stuff going on, DD. As of tonight, it'll be dropping tonight. We will officially be YouTube sensations. What do you think about that?
We're YouTubers now. Hit us up at all the YouTube stuff.
Yeah, like YouTube.com.
YouTube.com.
Yeah. Hit them all up. Just do it.
Hit them all up at that website called YouTube.
Yep, so all the Scout Team Radio podcasts are going to be on the Scout Team Radio channel on YouTube. So make sure you check all of them out. Not just Loudbeard Sports, but also check out Scout Team Sports and our buddies over at College Tailgaters. Both of those shows are really amazing, so we want to make sure that we're giving them some love. You can also find us at scoutteamradio.com. You can find us on iTunes, and we're on a new radio station called 12 Ounce Sports Radio, and that can be found at 12ouncesportsradio.com, and that's a live tune-in radio show, or radio 24/7 radio that goes all the time. So great job over there at those 12 Ounce Sports guys are doing.
Round of applause for you.
Yeah, round of applause. Beck over there, he's doing an amazing job. So, we also like to tweet every once in a while.
Tweet.
So, you can check out Loudbeard Sports on Twitter and Instagram at Loudbeard Sports. Makes sense, right?
Right.
Makes a lot of sense.
You know, we are called Loudbeard Sports.
And the Scout Team Radio Network, our host network, they're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all that fun stuff. But that's enough about all that promotion. We want to get into what we really like to talk about, and that is our beer of the week. All right, Loudbeard, popping one open. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but
I opened a bottle beer cap for the first time in my life. Oh, wait, is it twist on?
I'm pretty sure it's a twist off. Dee Dee, you're doing awesome over there. Keep up the good work.
I used a bottle opener for a twist off.
So Dee
Get on
Dee,
my level.
Dee Dee, what's up with you? You drinking beer over there? What's up with that?
No, I'm drinking Spretzer root beer. But imagine the first word a little more German, because I can't do that.
Like Sprecher.
Just like that. So my little sister got this for me when they were, I don't know, going, where were you guys? A candy store or something?
I wasn't there.
Oh.
I was busy at the UCF game. But yeah,
Awkward.
whatever you said. Yeah.
All right, anyways, so they picked it up, and I guess my little sister thought, hey, Dee Dee needs this on the show. So here I am now talking about it. Anyways, it's has a rich, creamy flavor that it only comes from using pure Wisconsin honey that they get directly from the combs. And then the root beer is actually handmade in a brewery with, they just combine honey, pure vanilla, basically all the good stuff into this one thing. And so I'm excited.
It sounds like amazingness is brewed into that root beer. Good job, Dee Dee. Thank you for bringing up that root beer, but it's time for me to get into the real beer. I'm drinking myself a Southern Tier Brewing Company New School IPA. This is an IPA that has American hops and a little bit of a tropical twist.
Hop, hop, hop.
I like me some fruity beers, so I can like that little tropical twist they throw into this IPA. It's
Why is
pretty
that?
awesome.
You like the fruity beers?
Yeah,
Little-
'cause-
with the umbrella. Would you like an umbrella in your drink too?
I would
about
like
a little-
a salted
A
rim.
fruit skewer?
All right, Dee Dee, enough of that now. You're making me look bad in front of all of our fans.
You don't need me to do that.
So Southern Tier Brewing Company is brewed in Lakewood, New York, and their slogan is, why the hell not? And I agree.
That's a good slogan.
Why the hell not? Drinking up to you, Southern Tier, and your amazing New School IPA. And thank you for bearing with me on that pause because I needed to take a sip of my beer. And now I'm feeling great because we're going to talk about some college football. So the top three have a little bit of a shakeup. We almost saw all top three get defeated, but Alabama is just that good where they came back and made sure that they did not lose. But number one, Georgia, as we were talking about on our top five, the committee thought they were the best team in the land. How do you think that worked out for them?
I mean, I don't know what they're watching. I don't think they're watching the same football as us. Maybe that's the case because their rankings were just completely off.
So do you think the number one team should lose 40-17, Dee Dee?
Definitely not.
To Auburn?
No.
I mean, come on. It was obviously a bad ranking to begin with. So, number two, Alabama, even though they had a little bit of a close game with good old Mississippi State, Mississippi, Alabama finishes the game off with two scores, one late in the game to finish that one off 31-24. So, congrats to the very best team in the land, Alabama. And what about that number three ranked team, Notre Dame? You like them Hunchbacks or what?
No, I don't even know how to pronounce them.
Some people say Notre.
I know they're like Notre Dame, Notre Dame. I don't know.
I think it's more like Notre Lame.
Yeah.
All right. They got dominated
Booyah.
by the University of Miami, also known as the U.
Canes. Oh.
No, they are the U. I'm from Miami. It's the U.
The U.
You could call them the Canes, too. I guess that's appropriate anyway.
Yeah, it is.
But Miami wins that one 41-8. And Miami was getting a little bit of disrespect. So Georgia and Miami, in my opinion, had basically similar strength of schedule. Both teams were undefeated. And for some reason, Miami wasn't getting the respect, and they're ranked at 7. And good old Georgia was ranked at 1. Guess what? The Karma Police came into town and let everything happen just the way it should. Miami gets the victory. They kick Notre Dame's ass. And then Georgia loses a big game to Auburn. So Alabama's going to be number one. We all know that. And it'll be interesting to see where Miami's going to end up falling in the top. I would say they got to be number 2. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I mean, I agree. I don't know how the people that do the rankings and everything are going to end up doing this one. They haven't done such a good job so far, but maybe they'll get this one right. You got it. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
So Alabama was ranked number 1 in the coaches poll and the AP poll all year long. All of a sudden, they get into the college rankings, and they're not number 1. Obviously, there was somebody that was getting paid off, and something was going on, but it was not good. So we were talking about Miami and Wisconsin being undefeated still. There's another team out there, a team that is just as great as those two teams that is undefeated, and that is my UCF Knights. Charge on. Go Knights. That's our team.
Proud alum right here.
That's right. And I'm just going to throw this out there. Even though we are proud alumni here representing in the great city of Orlando, I do want to say that my UCF team is getting some disrespect.
They are. They are. And it's not cool.
It is not cool at all.
Back off, man.
Come on, give us some love. So, UCF 9-0, first time in school history, and then they still get disrespect. So there's some teams that undeservedly were ranked ahead of them, and the reason why is because they're Power 5 teams.
Right.
So they're saying, oh, because they're Power 5, we got to give them all the respect in the world.
Because they're the greatest teams and they should be blowing everyone out of the water. But no, that is not the case.
I completely agree. You know some of these teams that were ranked ahead of UCF? Michigan State. You know how they did?
Poor.
Very poor. I think Ohio State beat them 48-3. Now, how is that going to be a team that is any good? And now my question for you, DD, is after that huge loss, do you think Michigan State will still be ranked ahead of UCF?
Most likely.
Yeah, probably. The way this ranking committee does, they'll put anybody ahead of a non-Power 5 team.
You're right. You're right.
And you got Virginia Tech. They lose 28-22. It wasn't a bad game, but they're losing to an unranked Georgia Tech.
That shouldn't happen.
No, that shouldn't happen. Do you think they will be ranked ahead of UCF?
Honestly, probably.
At this rate, I would think so. And a now 2-loss Washington team who can't beat an unranked Stanford. They let Bryce Love run all over them. Do you think they will still be ranked ahead of UCF?
You tell me the answer.
Probably. At this rate, who knows what will happen? And there's other teams like Washington State who had an unimpressive 33-25 win over Utah, and NC State who had an underwhelming victory over Boston College. Do you think any of them will leapfrog UCF in the rankings?
Honestly, at the rate this is going, yes.
You know, anything can happen because these guys need to get their heads out of their asses and start putting the right teams where they belong. And I just completely, it just throws me off. I'm getting mad talking about it, so we're going to move on from the rankings.
Stick it to the man.
Couple other things going on in college football. The Tennessee Volunteers finally get rid of their coach after he sucked ass for too long. Butch Jones is gone.
See ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
And then Saquon Barkley, he has another good performance, but not a great performance. He has a couple TDs, but he only had 55 combined rushing and receiving yards. He's falling further and further back behind Bryce Love and Baker Mayfield in the Heisman Trophy race. And guess what? Those guys had monster days. Bryce Love had rushed for 166 yards, 3 TDs in Stanford's upset victory over Washington. And our guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Baker Mayfield, kind of douchey, but still got a good air about him.
Kind of douchey.
He's kind of douchey.
But it's okay.
Yeah, he's douchey
like
in a good
Tinder
way.
Profile.
It is.
I'm kind of douchey, but it's okay. Take me to meet your mom.
That's right. That's actually a good Tinder profile. Is that what yours says?
Hush.
All right. I won't tell your mom.
Thanks.
So Baker Mayfield has 333 yards and 3 TDs with no interceptions in a statement win over TCU, getting Oklahoma back in the playoff picture.
All right.
Yeah, now we're talking business. I love it. So, we talked college football. Now we're going to go into a little bit of pro football. You like pro football there, DD? You liking it?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I don't have much time to watch it a lot, but you know.
I think
it's
that
fine.
beer's getting to you. I heard a little belch right there on the microphone. I like it.
I've been burping this whole entire time.
That's like uber sexy for all the fans to listen to, like some chick burping on the microphone, right?
That's disgusting.
Yep, I've heard worse. My Washington Redskins, which makes them your Washington Redskins,
All right.
they did not win. This was a rough game to watch. Now, the Redskins played good. I thought the offense played good, but our defense could not stop the amazing Case Keenum. Case Keenum throws the ball all over the place, and he just tears us up. And it's just unbelievable how bad the Redskins defense looked. But the Vikings have a tough defense, a power running game, a huge O-line that's playing at top notch. And with Case Keenum playing the way he's playing, you know what? They're a great team. I got to give it to them. But Case Keenum might be getting his job lost to Teddy Bridgewater, so we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Would suck to be him.
We'll see how that all pans out.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll pan out, but we'll see. We will definitely see what happens. So, a couple other games. Steelers beat the Colts 20-17. Really not a whole lot going on in this game, but there was one really good highlight, and that was a TD celebration dance. And our good friend, Juju Schuster-Smith.
Juju on that beat. Juju on that beat.
Juju and Le'Veon Bell, his teammate, they decide they want to go ahead and reenact the choke slam of A.J. Green by Jalen Ramsey. I thought that was awesome.
I bet that was awesome to see, but that probably did not go over too well.
Nah, it probably didn't go over too well, but it was pretty cool. Now, the Buffalo Bills, a couple weeks ago, were like, oh, man, the Bills look legit. These guys are awesome.
I kind of remember us saying that.
And guess what?
We should never have said that.
It's the Bills. They're still the Bills. They still suck. They go up in Buffalo with the Bills Mafia, and they still get destroyed by the Saints. And it wasn't even Drew Brees doing it. This time, it was your boy Mark Ingram, who you love to have on your fantasy team. Him and Alvin Kamara rush, both over 100 yards, and Ingram has 3 TDs, man. That running offense is in New Orleans is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, the Bills just couldn't stop them.
I mean, they are the Bills.
That's true.
Now, our friends just a couple hours north of us, the Saxonville Jaguars, they get their 3rd straight victory. So there actually might be a team in the state of Florida in professional football that is going to be pretty good.
Huh. That's something you don't hear every day.
No, because the Bucks and the Dolphins suck.
Yeah, they do.
But the Saxonville Jaguars, they go out to not San Diego, Los Angeles to meet the Chargers. So the not San Diego Chargers.
Not San Diego Chargers. That's a mouthful.
They go into overtime with our Saxonville Jaguars.
Huh.
And the Saxonville Jaguars get their kicker to kick a 30-yard field goal in overtime for the win.
That's probably the only time that people are like, yeah, the kicker, yeah. And they're like, what's your name again? It's like, oh, I'm Bob. Bob, you are awesome. That's probably how that went.
You know what they say? Kickers get all the ladies, right?
Whoever said that was a kicker.
Good point. Laces out, Dan.
Laces out.
All right, so the red hot, another team from Los Angeles, the red hot Los Angeles Rams handle the Deshaun Watson-less Texans. The high-powered, 3-headed beast of Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, and Robert Woods.
Not to be confused with Tiger Woods.
Put up 33 points on a tough Texans defense. Now, Tom Savage has taken back his role as quarterback for the Texans, and with Deshaun Watson, they're scoring like 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. With Tom Savage, they score an awesome 7 points, 1 touchdown.
1 touchdown.
That's all they got.
That's just pitiful.
It's totally pitiful. So I think a congratulations is due. You know why?
Why?
Because the San Francisco 49ers did it.
Did what?
You know what they did. They finally
did
got
they do?
their first win of the year. Yeah! Go Niners! They're back. Better than ever. I love them.
Back and ready to attack.
They're doing something good over there, I think. I don't know what it is, but they did something good. All right, and I don't like to talk about the Bears because they piss me off. They look like they should be good, and sometimes they suck, and sometimes they're okay. But this was kind of a little interesting. Their coach is like, you know what? I think this play was a touchdown. Let me go ahead and throw the challenge flag. And after it was viewed, they decide, oh, guess what, coach? We decided to overturn the call. It's not a touchdown. It was actually a fumble into the end zone. We're giving the other team the ball. Good job, coach. You really did your team well there, Coach Fox. You really outfoxed them.
He coaches, his last name is Fox, and he coaches the Bears.
I mean, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
That's a bad mix.
Gosh, no wonder.
Well, he's receiving a lot of criticism for it, and there's a reason for that. Patriots are the Patriots. They dominate the Broncos on Sunday Night Football. The Broncos look like shit, like they've been looking like shit. So, it's a thing. Now, this one I really like to talk about.
This one really warms your heart on a cold winter's night.
It does.
Which we don't really know much about.
The Dallas Cowboys, they have their first game without Zeke Elliott. He's finally doing his suspension that should have been done at the beginning of the year.
It's about dang time.
He's been fighting it, and he's finally doing what he should have been doing a long time ago, and that was taking his suspension. And guess what? The Cowboys suck without him. They lose 27-7 against the Falcons, who, guess what? I know they were in the Super Bowl last year, but they're a 4-4 team.
Oh, Lord.
And they manhandled them. And that brings me up to a very important part of our show. And that's right. You heard it. It's the Beard of the Week. And the baby face of the week. So my beard of the week goes to Adrian Claiborne. Adrian Claiborne, who, you know what? He decided to have himself a cowboy killing kind of day, and he has 6 sacks on Dak Prescott. I love you, cowboy killer, Adrian Claiborne. You are my beard of the week.
Booyah.
There wasn't a lot of enthusiasm into that booyah.
Sorry, I was finishing up my root beer.
All right, so with a beard of the week and a beer of the week, we always got to have a baby face. Now, Dee Dee, you're my baby face of the week. Wait, no, that was last week. Now I got a better baby face of the week this week.
I'm being replaced.
You are being replaced by the legendary Lonzo Ball.
Oh, the one that sounds like a clown.
The clown man himself
clown man.
has become the baby face of the week. He gets his first career triple-double, becoming the youngest player to ever record a triple-double in the NBA, and he surpassed the one and only king, LeBron James. So good for you, babyface Lonzo Ball. You are the clown man of the week. I mean, babyface of the week.
I feel like this statement would mean more to me if I knew what a triple-double was.
Yeah, it's like when you get double figures in 3 categories. So you get like 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 points. That's a triple-double.
Okay. Makes sense now. Thanks for the clarification.
All right. We're learning and we're teaching and we're doing all kinds of great stuff here over at Loudbeard Sports. Dee Dee, do you feel like you've been educated?
I feel like I've been educated.
All right, I'm glad to hear that, Dee Dee. It makes me happy. It warms my heart. And let's see, we're talking NBA a little bit. So the Celtics get their 12th straight victory. They had a 95-94 victory over the Raptors. So, man, 12 straight. Celtics are looking great at the beginning of the season.
They're looking hot, hot, hot.
That's right. A couple early season disappointments so far. I'm not going to beat it into the ground, but Cleveland still really hasn't gotten their act together. And OKC, I thought OKC was going to be amazing, amazeballs with Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, and Paul George. And it's yet to really kind of come together, so those guys still need to work on gelling. And surprises of the year, early surprises, Orlando Magic looking awesome, and Detroit Pistons. So we got two surprise teams that are really top of the Eastern Conference there. Detroit, I don't know. They made a good offseason acquisition for Avery Bradley. It looks like Drummond is back to his old double-double machine self, and Reggie Jackson looks like he's leading that team. So Detroit's looking really good. So NBA got some good stuff going on. There is another sport I want to talk about a little bit, and that is the world of boxing.
Oh,
so
that's still going on?
It always goes on. Yeah, it hasn't been eliminated yet.
One-time thing. McGregor and Mayweather, over and done with.
So what happened on the last fight with McGregor and Mayweather? What did I have to wear? Tell me a little bit about it, Dee Dee.
Well, you knew it was coming. You just like to root for the underdog. So you said that McGregor would beat Mayweather in this fight, and you were wrong, like predicted. I mean, I had faith in you, but it just was very little faith. And you had to, out in public, wear a rompum that said Scout Team Radio on it.
I love that rompum.
You owned up to it, and you rocked the heck out of that rompum.
I take a bet like a man. I'm just saying. I just take it like a man. And guess what? McGregor is back in the news.
Oh.
Legendary boxer Oscar De La Hoya, who's been retired for about a decade.
10 years. He
said he's secretly been training. He wants to come out of retirement. And guess who he called out?
McGregor.
That's right, Conor McGregor.
Why is it all these old retired people are wanting to fight McGregor?
Because they want to make money. They know that this will be a big fight, and Oscar De La Hoya and Conor McGregor, I would pay to see that. And guess who my money would be on?
McGregor.
That's right. He's an Irishman. I would be going Conor McGregor all the way. This is for you, Conor McGregor. I hope Oscar De La Hoya is not just screwing around and joking. Hopefully he's for real. And guess what? It could happen.
It could happen. I mean, who's next? Who's another retired?
I don't know. Mike Tyson, George Foreman.
Wait, I thought
Evander Holyfield.
Dead.
Who?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson is not dead.
How old is Mike Tyson?
He's got to be 50, I'm guessing.
Oh.
I don't know. Google that shit. We have a stat machine right here. I can go ahead and pull that up and see what's going on.
I thought he was dead.
Why? Because he got eaten by that tiger in Hangover?
No, what?
Hold on a second. We have a special news bulletin. I am getting into another beer.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And it's getting near the end of the show, but I like to drink me some beer. That's what we're all about here at Loudbeard Sports. We're talking about sports, beer, beards, designated drivers, and sports. So we're loving this. Last news I want to talk about for the night is our good friend over from the New York Yankees, Aaron Judge, Judgment Day. He is officially the American League Rookie of the Year. Congratulations to you, sir.
Impressive.
He deserved it.
Yep.
He's actually in the running for the MVP also, which I don't believe will be his, but just the fact that his name is being mentioned in the MVP conversation,
yeah,
that's impressive.
Pretty impressive.
So I think we're kind of getting to that point in our show where, I feel like it's about time to end it, but I need to end with a little bit of a smile on my face, maybe a little humor, maybe a little something fun. And that's when I think to myself,
I'm going to look in a mirror.
And I'm not looking in a mirror. I just want Dee Dee to give me some
dad jokes. In the middle of the street, dad jokes. In the paint aisle of Home Depot, dad jokes. In the garden section at Lowe's, dad jokes. Yeah. All right. So, bringing some dad jokes to you today. Number 1. Where do sick ships go?
I don't know. Where do they?
The dock. Who was the fattest knight at King Arthur's round table?
I don't know. Who was?
Circumference.
What?
What's the tallest building in the world?
I don't know. What is the tallest building in the world?
A library, because they have the most stories.
That was lame.
No, you gotta do the laughing one. Ha 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 ha. That's what he.
Nobody was
said.
laughing at that.
I was. All right. I'll give you another one.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that.
Why did the duck get arrested?
I don't know. Why did the duck get arrested?
For selling quack.
Oh, that one was good. You know what you get for that, Dee Dee?
Yes. That's what I aspired to get.
Everybody's laughing their butts off.
A little hee hee tee hee.
Well, as always, we want to thank everybody for listening in to Loudbeard Sports. Dee Dee, I want to thank you for being the co-hostess with the mostest and doing an awesome job living the dream out here in Loudbeard Sportsland. So, as always, this scout is
out.